Stadium in Inglewood, California. Coming up, we have a good one for you. Between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Chargers. Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And here we go from LA. Josh Blackwell to return it. He'll head out of bounds on the return. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Williams off the play fake. Hits his target, that's DJ Moore. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Hey, not a bad play by any means. There's room for more, and they know it.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Toss play, Swift. Rolling into enemy territory. Now he's past the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds after the big gain, now down inside the 15. Excellent pickup to move the chains, 36 yards in the end.
Kate, I want you and the audience to imprint that play in your minds. When you hear me or any announcer say, oh, he's running downhill. Oh, get running downhill. Oh, you want to hit it downhill. That right there, that was running downhill.
Jordan. Vegas.
First down, Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears take a 6-0 lead right away. Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Chargers, nothing.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Darius Davis to return it. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. He gets it up a little shy midfield. Tackle made by Jaquan Brisker. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response. Right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory. He's given 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here he is on 3rd and short. Johnson finds the football complete. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Working from the gun here, it's it's Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to have first and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
First and goal, they're hoping for an opening drive touchdown.
Set. Grenade. Grenade. Set.
Harris has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
He was brought down by
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Delta. Stop. Hey, easy. We'll go.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Caught out wide. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers finish off their opening drive. Najee Harris, the touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Blackwell now to return it. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
at their own 18-yard line.
Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes first and 10.
Let it up.
Here's Swift to start the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Let it up.
On play action, Williams. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive. Meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Let it up.
They'll air it out on third. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Okay, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that third down stop.
The Bears decide to call their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Fourth down, the offense is staying on the field. They're going for it.
Let it up. Guys. Vegas.
They will go for it, Williams. That one's nabbed by Komet. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. How about 19 yards on fourth down, partner? And the call to go for it pays off. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Big strike here to Moore. Touchdown, Chicago! touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Williams and the Bears getting set to try for two.
The Bears will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll try to run it in. And he's across the goal line and in. That makes it an 8-point lead.
Bears 15, Chargers 7.
And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. We've got a 15-7 ball game. We're back to SoFi right after this. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. On the return, here comes Davis. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
380. Go.
Herbert from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Short pass caught by his tight end. Reaches the 40. At the 20. Gets the 10. And it'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
Kate, that play so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big, they can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
Breaking the huddle, here's first and goal.
59. Set. Set.
Quick throw left side, complete. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock, but I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. Great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Well, not the way they drew it up, partner, but when it works, who cares? They didn't defend the check down throw, and it's open for two.
I can still remember one of my first red zone days way back when. Touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. Now, I know it's not a touchdown, but this check down, well, it was a valuable 2 points.
Devin Duvernay to return it. And he's out of bounds, approaching the 25, couple yards short at the 23. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10. To the ground, it's Monungai. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Taken down back at the 20-yard line.
Now Williams. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Third and long for him here. Escapes the pocket. They'll pick up 14 yards on that one. And that'll be first down, Chicago. Working quickly here. signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. They're down to their final one in this half. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. On play action, here's Williams. Headed out right. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson takes it away. And the Chargers get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
Intercepted. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Set. Go.
Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Fits it through the middle. And he stopped almost immediately after that catch. He's down at the 30.
15 yards.
That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Delta.
Throwing on first is Herbert. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Okay, this defense finally said enough, ripped up that script. They have seen him be way too productive. Time to start fighting him for every single throw.
Ready.
This is Harris on 2nd down. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
And the Chargers, first down.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Set. Real.
Harris once more. Solid run in here. That's 9 yards as he brings up 2nd down.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
At the Bears' 6-yard line.
Ready.
2nd down, looking for options. Has it in close. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Thought he had a touchdown there. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a 3rd one's coming at some point.
So after the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and goal. From the pistol, it's Herbert. Dumps it off to his running back. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
So before 3rd down whistles, and yep, the timeout comes in. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Set. 380. Set.
Herbert to throw once more. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
Now, that's an example right there where you just simply got to be on the same page with each other and get both ends of the play right to execute. They want that one back.
They'll leave the offense out there and try 4th and goal from the 4.
Ready. Wide eight. Go.
Now Herbert again. That is an LA touchdown. The Chargers get some late points and the lead. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Blackwell now to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll run it with Manunga. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4. The Bears going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun, here's Williams. He rolls to his right. Connection made, Kyle Manunga. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
There were just so many defenders in pursuit right there, headed downhill to stop that quarterback from running it. They were really right there in the vicinity to cut off that throw and that pass before it could get started.
Back to throw it. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Tiger. Ready.
Play action now for Herbert. Connects with his back, Kimani Vidal. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush and finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
Set.
Herbert now, blitz coming. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Couldn't get it to Aronde Gadsden the second. So that brings them to 3rd down.
On the coverage.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Into the hands of Ganson. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Set. Set.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Ready.
It's Herbert once more. It's caught. This is Ladd McConkey. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Set.
First and 10. Here's Herbert. Connects on the crosser. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with first and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
The 6-yard line.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal.
Set. Delta. Set. Go.
Out of the shotgun, a give to Vidal. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Chargers grow the lead coming out of halftime. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Blackwell now to return it. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10. Now it's Manungai. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up second and 2. Goes to the hurry up here.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
Manungai with it. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. First down now, ball at the 33. Williams from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He's looking for Colston Loveland. So it's second down coming up. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Offense in a hurry up here.
It's a gain of 6. And it's third down.
Williams to throw on third. Connecting with his back here, Swift. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down. Markers are reset. Here we go, ball at the 44. Williams on first down. Jump off caught by his back. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down.
The tackle made back at the 47-yard line.
Working from the gun, Williams. Secured by Burden on the slant. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. The Bears decide to call their first time out, as that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. It's third and 8. Need to get a chunk here. To the air on third and long. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Chargers take over at the 30.
Williams pass. Intercepted. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Set. Set.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. It's a 29-yard gain. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
A run with Vidal. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Set.
A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers stretch their lead to 21. 3 quarters in the books from this one. And when we resume play, it'll be with a kickoff. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Return starts from the goal line. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Williams. Flushed out of the pocket. Moving right, airs it out down. Oh no, they get him yet again! Picked off, Cam Hart. And the Chargers get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Set. Cap. Ready.
Herbert now off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
You're just not going to win many games in this league when you can't generate a pass rush until the 4th quarter. You needed to feel the impact from this defense earlier and more often in this game. The lack thereof, well, it's a big part of what's put them playing from behind in the final stanza of this one.
And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
What is up?
Back to work after throwing the pick. Getting out to his left. Now here he goes. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
Tight end motioning right. Going play action. Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
It's second down.
Moving quickly, trying to get set. They go with Manungai here. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Offense up to the line fast.
A gain of 16 on the play. But it's third down.
Back to the well again. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
A gain of 13 yards.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
That is exactly why you rally to the football. He got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
To throw, Williams. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Roma Dudes, a touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Williams on the play action. And he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead.
Chargers 36. Bears 21. Cairo Santos. to kick off
Santos
for
has it all
Chicago.
teed up and ready to send this away. On the return, here comes Davis. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's first and 10.
Set.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Completed to his running back. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
Set. Set.
They're going to pass it here. Gets it downfield, on target to Ganson. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. Gain of 26 yards there. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
We've set it down from 37. Throwing on first is Herbert. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he's got the Charger first down, and that should be all she wrote in this one.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
10 at the 21-yard line.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10.
Set. Ready.
Herbert throwing again. Catch is made in close. And that is a Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers make it a 3-score game in the fourth. Lad McConkey with a touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers grow the lead now to 22 points. LA uses a timeout here. It's second. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away.